Much for coming as well. This is a great turnout. I want to thank Representative Angela Romero. The only problem is she gave my speech. I don't know what to say, but I want to thank Robert Lee Roll, who did the national anthem. I want to thank those who are on the color guard. I want to thank Jordan Marbo, Archie Archuleta for their introductions as well.
Archie's the man.
All right, Salt Lake City, you ready for a political revolution? You know, I hope the foundations of this building are strong, because I think they're shaking. It's a loud group, very good. When we began our campaign, we were at 3% in the polls. In the last 10 months, we have come a long way. Just earlier today, we learned that we had won the primary from Democrats abroad with 69% of the vote. And that is in addition to the 9 primaries and caucuses. We have won most by very large margins. I hope and expect everybody in this room knows there's an important caucus tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I hope everybody comes out and they bring their brothers and sisters and aunts and uncles, everybody they know. Because what we have learned is that when there are large turnouts in caucuses and primaries, we win. When the turnout is low, we don't. Let's make sure we have a large turnout. I want to say something else. It is no secret that Utah is a conservative state. You already know that. You live here, right? But I want to tell you something which is very interesting. I don't know if you saw it or not. There was a poll in the paper here the other day. Utah is a conservative state, but it is a state of decent, caring people. It is a state that does not like people who lie all of the time.
Or ever.
It is a state that does not like candidates to insult other people or make fun of them. And while it is a state that, as I understand it, has not voted for a Democratic candidate for president in 50 years, the poll yesterday showed us beating Donald Trump by 11 points. Some observer noted, he said that, you know, if somebody like a Sanders is ahead by 11 points in Utah, this is the canary in the coal mine.
That's right.
When which I think is true because the last national poll had us beating Trump by 19 points. And again, while it is no secret, you know, that progressives and conservatives have some very, very deep differences of opinion, I think what we all believe in is that politics is not making fun of other people. It is not insulting almost everybody that you can think of. That is not what American democracy is. I think one of the reasons that our campaign is doing so well and why we're seeing just, I hesitate to use the word huge. After you appear on Saturday Night Live, you gotta be careful about the words that you use. But one of the reasons why we have now spoken in this campaign to over 800,000 people in rallies like this all over America is that we are doing something very unusual in contemporary American politics. We are telling the truth. And reality, as everybody here knows, the truth, whether it is in our personal lives or in our political lives, is not always pleasant or easy. You know, that's life. But this I do believe, that unless we are prepared to have the courage to put the major crises that we face right up on the table, unless we are prepared to discuss them and analyze them and resolve them, we are not going to go forward as a nation. And let me also say that for a variety of reasons, and I don't mean to be too hard on the corporate media, the truth is that the people who will have to decide what the real issues are you and not the network group. I have been very concerned, and I never really appreciated the depth of this as I campaigned all over the country for media. Much of what the campaign is about is political gossip and a soap opera and polls and money, rather than the reality of people's lives and how we are trying to address those problems. I was just the other day at a rally and a guy comes up to me and he says, you know, really agitated, very upset. He says, I'm $160,000 in debt with student loans. I've got 4 kids. I'm unemployed. I'm going to lose my house. Okay? Yesterday, literally yesterday or the day before, saw a woman, a young woman, came up to me, tears in her eyes, working 60 hours a day. She has a young daughter. She doesn't have the time to spend with her daughter. Those are the issues, and a dozen more that we have got to be talking about. The issues are your lives. Not political gossip. And the reason that this campaign, I think, has been doing so well and generating so much excitement is that we are talking about the real issues facing the American people. And let me start off with one. And these are not, I don't have any joy telling you what I tell you. It's not good news, but we have to deal with it. Number one, you know, I know that in Utah, you have many, many people, as in my own state of Vermont, that have fought and died to defend American democracy, and we thank them all for what they have done. But we have to be honest and look at the state of American democracy right now. And what we conclude is that we have a corrupt campaign finance system which is undermining American democracy.
Yes.
Democracy is not a complicated concept. It means that you have a vote, and you have a vote, and you have a vote. It means one person, one vote. Candidates make their case. You want to vote for me, great. You want to vote against me, that's called democracy. Democracy does not mean billionaires buying elections. When you have a handful of billionaires like the Koch brothers and a few more who are prepared to spend some $900 million in this campaign to elect candidates who represent the rich and the powerful, that, my friends, is not democracy. That is called oligarchy. Together, we are going to do everything to make sure that this country never becomes an oligarchic society. It's not just a corrupt campaign finance system with their super PACs funded by billionaires. It is Republican governors in the most cowardly way imaginable, trying to suppress the vote. All over this country, we have Republican governors who are trying to make it hard for people of color, for poor people, for old people, for young people to participate in the political process. We have one of the lowest voting turnout rates of any major country on earth. We should be working to increase that number, not lower that number. And I say to those cowardly Republican governors, if you don't have the guts to engage in a free and fair election, get another job, get out. It is not only a corrupt campaign finance system that together we have got to address, it is a rigged economy. Now let me tell you something you're not going to hear about much in the corporate media. Today we have one of the most unequal distributions of wealth and income of any major country on earth. Worse here than at any time since 1928. Listen to this. This is where we are as a nation today. Top 1/10 of 1%. Not 1%. 1/10 of 1% now owns almost as much wealth as the bottom 90%. 20 wealthiest people in America now own more wealth than the bottom half of America, 150 million people. And let me tell you what a rigged economy looks like. Who is, anyone here know who the wealthiest family in America is? Walmart. Smart guys, okay. It's the Walton family who owns Walmart. The Walton family, the wealthiest family in America, pays its employees at Walmart wages that are so low that many of those employees are on food stamps, Medicaid, or subsidized housing. And who pays for those food stamps and Medicaid? You do. This is what a rigged economy is about, when the working class and middle class have to subsidize the wealthiest family in the country because they refuse to pay their workers a decent wage.